Hello, everybody. Welcome back to
Hello.
Tales of Agius, episode 13, which I discovered about 5 minutes ago, and then realized, oh, that's why everything's going wrong today. Yeah, it's a day. It's been a day for a lot of us today, besties. We're going through it, but we're here for a good time. Not a long time, but a good time. Um, as you can see, our wonderful Morgan is not with us today. The guest spot is not over. Cordelia is not gone. She's still with us. Don't you worry. Morgan is just taking a break today. She's feeling a little under the weather, so please send your well wishes to Morgan.
We
And
love you,
speaking of
Morgan.
sending well wishes to people, I believe our wonderful Jet also has a little something for us as well as we go into our announcements. So, Jet, I will pass that over to you.
Hey, as you have probably all seen and heard if you have been on D&D TikTok, if you've seen that sword fighting dog, Lady Pinto Bean, over on Misty Mountain Legends, their dog actually got hurt playing, and has a lot of like physio and a lot of like they got fitted for a brace today, like a long road to recover from his injury, and we have a Ko-fi link to help them out, because TikTok is a huge part of their income, and unexpected expenses, like a dog getting hurt is hard. And Lady Pinto Bean, yeah, if we could just send some love over to them, that'd be great. They're already at 88% of their goal. And if you look on the link, they have a big breakdown on what the price is for. They're very open and transparent, and they're sharing her journey.
Thank you so much for that. Yes, please go support the wonderful Pinto Bean. We love them very much. They are. I mean, I was talking with someone about this the other. They're literally like the mascot of D&D TikTok at this point. Like straight up, we love Lady Pinto Bean.
Yeah.
She is a wonderful bean, truly, and yeah, we want to make sure that she's doing okay. So if you can spend any money at all, please go check out the Ko-fi. We really appreciate it. Or just share it. It really.
Their owners are like really lovely people. Luke has GM'd me. I can't even count how many times I've been on their podcast, and they even helped out when the hurricane went through their town. They were selling candles and stuff to help out with that. They're lovely, incredible people.
Yes, Luke and Anna are very wonderful people. Please go support them at Misty Mountain Legends, and please go support the Ko-fi either by donating if you can, or if you can't, just by sharing it around. We really appreciate it, and they really appreciate it. So, yeah. But from that, I don't believe we have any other immediate announcements. I don't think. Do we? Anything else I'm missing, anyone? I don't think so.
Hey, Crit
You're
Award
awesome and
nominations
lovely.
are open.
Yes, Crit Award nominations are open. Please go. Thank you so much for that, Kate. Please go check out the Crit Awards. Please go nominate us. We would really appreciate it. Nominate some of the lovely players here for best D&D players. For best indie, you can nominate as a GM. You can nominate the wonderful Jay up here, and you can also nominate several people at this table as well for Hero U. Yeah, please go check it out. Yeah, Crit Award nominations are now open. But yeah, I think that is everything. So with that, we will go into our recap. So, last time on Tales of Agius, the party came together in the tavern, the Tall Tankard, to discuss the going forward plan. Supposedly traveling on this ship with Captain Cordelia, their new ally that they had made. Only to find out that when she arrived, there is no longer a ship. As it seems to have gone without her and an additional crewmate of hers. seemingly for no reason, as far as she is aware. She claims that her crew are very loyal to her and would have no reason to do so, perhaps with a couple of doubts, but seems pretty confident in that. But you all had a lengthy discussion about perhaps a way to catch up to the ship, perhaps acquiring a ship of your own and gathering together a crew. But to do that, you got to find people, and more importantly, you got to find money. And a good way to do that is to go and check out perhaps some bounty boards and complete some good old-fashioned D&D quests. So, some flirtations were had, much to the dismay of Astra for some outward reason that they weren't fully aware of, affecting their state of mind, their mood, perhaps making them a little more angry than they normally would be. Heading out to kind of clear their head, Bishop kind of in tow, the two of them kind of headed off for a while, whilst Veldren and Sybil went off to check out the bounty board, while Aridia and Cordelia exchanged some tension, shall we say. And perhaps there are some things that are going to be happening there. Who knows? But eventually, the group caught up to Veldren and Sybil, checking out the bounty board. They found several bounties, including one that Sybil hoped not to find, perhaps would have expected somewhat of a bounty matching her description, but the cost had gone up. Originally, when they had spoken to Elfric, they had said that the bounty had been listed at, I think it was 15,000 gold, if I remember correctly, and it is now listed as 20,000. That is highly irregular, and they have their suspicions as to the legitimacy of it, but that is a amount of money that many are not willing to turn down, regardless of morals. So it's definitely increasing some stakes for poor Sybil. There was also a bounty listed that perhaps listed a magic shop that had been raided, and I believe Sybil burnt that one as she thought it might have some connections to some magic users. But that bounty has been taken down off the board. And then the last one, I believe, was no, there were two others. There was one listed saying that there was a blockage in the sewers near the Opera House, and people were willing to pay money to have that cleared out. And then the last one was information about a demon that seemed to be in the city, and some followers that seem to have gained powers from it and seem to be running rampant in the city. And information leading to their arrest will be worth some gold, but if you are able to go a step even further and find this demon and somehow expel it, it'll be worth a hefty amount of gold. Yeah, so you looked at all of that. Heading back over to Astra and Bishop, kind of there's the last scene of the session. Astra still very much struggling to control this unnatural anger rising within them. Look down at their hand and the black fingertips that they've always had as far as they can remember. For the first time, seems to have started moving further up their hand. And that is where we pick up today. I'll leave it to you guys. We have Veldren, Sybil, and Aridia in one group with Cordelia, and then Astra and Bishop are kind of by themselves currently, but I'm assuming would be making their way back to the rest of the group at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Astra's is not as mad anymore and is
Yeah, I will say
And-
just I've qualified with this with Astra already, but yes,
Yeah.
definitely the anger seems to have broken a little bit. Kind of seeing that very concerning change in your hand, seeing that emotion seems to disappear finally, kind of replaced with the kind of shock of seeing that. But yes, you no longer seem to be affected by this overwhelming anger, at least for now.
Bishop will gesture to be able to come closer because he was keeping his distance for her.
She'll nod.
Just gonna slowly walk up and just pull her into like a gentle hug. Not say anything, just hold her for like a quick second. And then release.
Okay.
You don't have to talk about it. But I'm here if you ever want to.
Thanks.
Anytime. So what do you think? You want to go back, rejoin with the group, or what do you want to do?
We probably should go back, yeah.
As you wish. Start making our way back to the job board.
Okay. Yeah, they are. It's not too far away. You guys didn't kind of stray too far. But yeah, you are kind of able to make your way back and kind of reconvene with the group as they're kind of finishing up their conversations, talking over the bounties that they seem to have collected here in the square, which is mostly empty now. The stalls that were kind of selling there have kind of packed up and kind of moved out. It seems to be almost like a traveling market in a way where the square is just empty at night, where it's full of stalls during the day. The square is pretty open and empty at night, and the sun is kind of starting to set. The city does seem to be relatively bustling still, as this is kind of a good vacation spot, so there's lots of tourists around. The bars and taverns are full of life. So there are still people around, but the square itself seems to be quieter than it was. But yeah, you were able to spot your friends and make your way over. And you are all back together. As Bishop drops whatever they were holding.
Oh, damn it, that was my last egg. Egg.
They do have quite good eggs here in the city. It's one of the known exports.
Expensive.
It's canon now. It's canon now. B.
Yeah, you just speak. Listen, there are certain
Look at
things
all
that will
them
let you speak
chickens.
into existence, and there are other things that will not let you speak into existence. That, I'll give you that. I'll give you that one.
Sorry.
Appreciate it.
I'm sorry. Jay can adjust the economy, but I couldn't make the bounty board near the tavern.
Okay.
Sorry.
There can't
I
be more
feel
than
the
one
need to
bounty
point
board.
this out.
They get the eggs imported. That's why they're so good.
I'll look to the two of them like, everything all good?
I think so.
Excellent.
So what
we
kind of
found a
work we
few
got going
jobs. We found a few jobs. We'll very quickly run them through.
Yeah.
The description. Run them through the description of the demon job of trying to find people that have had this demonic pact put in place and possibly exercising the demon. Veldren seems very not
Wary.
hopeful about that option.
I'm kind of like dissuaded about that one.
Yeah, a little bit. He's like, and then we'll go on to explain the sewer, the blockage in the sewers as well. Those two.
What?
There's no other one. There's no other ones.
When it comes to the demons, Maybe we keep that in our back pocket. I might. I don't know. DM, does this does the idea of like demons and packs and people disappearing, does that ring any bells?
People making pacts, yeah, very much so. That's what you did.
Yeah.
Making deals with entities, that is something that you are definitely familiar with. I mean, you've seen the effect it's had on yourself. You can only imagine the effect that it would have from a demon. You don't know if it would. I mean, for you, it was a very physical change as well as the powers. But you don't know if that would be the same for everyone. But you do know that. I mean, there may be some physicalities you could look out for. There might be telltale signs. I mean, your magic is very prominent in how it works. It's very unique. So there could be, look out for demonic magic in terms of powers that people might be using. You also know that people don't really use magic legally in this city, so just looking out for magic in general is definitely a good start. You've definitely got some pointers for sure.
I say keep that one in our back pocket. And
if we wanted to,
if I may I see the job listing?
Of course, yeah. If we wanted to, he'll hand it over.
Yeah, I think I'll hold on to this one. There's the wheels are turning with this. I might have a few ideas. I already don't say
it. If you go out, let me know. I'd like to accompany you just to make sure you don't get into trouble.
Of course.
Another thing about that one, if we wanted to look into it, it might be best to look into the eastern side of the city first. From memory, there's an entrance to the labyrinth on that side of the city, which is where I would assume they would come up from.
Well, depending on how long this contract has been in circulation and these deals have been happening, we might see somebody we can get some information from at the Titan tourney. If they're trying to get magic on their hands, that would be a good reason to get some.
Very good idea. Very good point. Yes. Speaking of, I think we're past the signups as of right now. I think it's been a little too late. We'll have to sign up tomorrow and everything.
Yeah, I would agree with you. It's been a day. It's been a day that feels like a month.
It has been a day.
Yep. Yeah, it really had. Yeah,
really got heavy.
It's been this same day for a month. You're right. Yep. Yeah.
It really got heavy.
I love those jokes that talk about the in real life passage of time versus D&D.
So good.
Aren't I just
I'll read it.
Oh, it says cunt.
Oh.
Damn it,
That's not what I thought it was. That's not at all what I thought it was going to say, but seeing it as the light came down while you said it was so funny.
Oh my God.
Incredible.
The things you find at Spencer's Gifts.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Other details are available. Anyways.
We should rest. It has been quite the day.
I would agree. Are you two not coming back to the tavern with us? You didn't get a room.
I'll kind of meet eyes with Sybil for a second.
What am I supposed to say?
We may or may not get a room at the tavern. I have friends in the city that we might be able to stay with.
Oh, by all means, if you're able to get your own accommodations, especially if you don't have to use the coin. By all means, before you go, Miss Sybil,
Yes, sorry, there's a gnat.
Uh,
I'm
don't,
sorry.
don't worry. There's a fly that's been buzzing around me all day. May I have a quick conversation with you?
With me?
There anybody else here named Sybil?
Oh, sure.
Okay. We'll be back in a few moments. And I will-
Cordelia looks confused.
I will go up, give Astra a hug, and say, "I'll be right back. I just need to have a conversation." I will just make sure she has her hood up because she's been very adamant about that. And how late is it in the day?
It's it's getting to sort of night now. It's not like dark yet, but like the sun is like setting.
Okay. And how far are we from the town square?
You're in the
We-
town square currently.
Oh, we're in the town square.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
But it is
list about-
empty, all the stalls have been put away. Like if you're worried about people listening in, you would be able to see them from a distance. There's nowhere for people to like hide.
Perfect. I'm gonna take us about a good ways so we're out of earshot and just like sit on one of the benches and just you don't have to sit directly next to me, but please have a seat.
Okay. She will yeah, she'll sit down, but there will be some distance between the two of them.
Yeah. Before I begin and to say this, just to ease anything, I come with this as a concerned acquaintance. I would like to say friend, but we haven't known each other that long. But just knowing from my perspective, I consider you a friend. Are you okay? I don't think it takes having eyes to see that ever since that last fight we had in the middle of the night, you haven't really been yourself. And if there is any other language that we both speak, if you would like to be this in a more less likely to be heard, I am more than willing to accommodate.
No, it's all right. I'm okay as I can be. We're all alive, right?
You're very
Well,
quiet,
sorry.
Dusty.
Sorry.
Tom, you're also quiet, I will say.
Am I?
Yes. I had to turn you off on Discord and that still was not enough.
Let me fix my settings real quick.
Everyone
Hold.
likes doing quiet character voices.
Stage whisper. Stage whisper.
Stage whispers.
Is that better?
Yeah.
My input is as high as it can be, so
You are all good.
we all made it out of that fight, so I'm glad for
Yes.
that.
I mean, yes, we did all make it out of there alive. It's not exactly the physical well-being that I'm more concerned about. You've been a little off kilter since the fight. Is there perhaps a reason for that?
I've never really hurt anyone before, let alone what happened. and I don't want to
Wait.
do it again.
Wait, are you talking about the very last one that you went up against? One that didn't get up.
Yes.
Okay, that's actually a bit of a relief. Oh, I was concerned it was. I was concerned it was something bigger.
What do you mean?
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're worried about it dealing out death.
Isn't everyone? Shouldn't everyone?
Mm, I don't know about shouldn't. I mean, I'm certainly not. But this actually is is actually probably not a better person for you to be talking with about it, as I'm sure you are aware. I am I am living, but not breathing. If you yeah, we all know that I am a dead man. So I've been on the receiving end of what you gave out. And a lot of people seem to have a bit of a be a bit misguided about that. It is not always just the pain and blackness and this scary superstition that most people make it out to be. When I left, I did not feel pain when I left. It was more warm than anything. Calming. Like all the expectations and responsibilities were taken from me and lifted off my shoulder. There was a peace that came with death. At the same time, I cannot say that my death was not deserved. So, if it ever comes down to it again that you defending yourself brings about the end of somebody else, never blame yourself. You are more valuable to yourself. I don't know if this will bring much of a comfort, but I do not believe that that man left this plane screaming in agony. I think there was a sense of understanding for him. That he understood that he might not have done the best things in his life. And he made a peace with that. Just as I did. I'm very sorry for yapping your ear off about this. But
No. It's all right. Thank you for your concern.
of course, if you ever need anybody to talk with, just know I take secrets to the grave. Quite literally.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that was a terrible joke.
A little bit.
But
Well-
I do hope this, at least my bit of insight to the subject, make you feel a bit more at ease.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. Well, we should probably get back to the group before Aridia says something out of the ordinary and makes us both look like fools. Well, more me like fool.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
makes
I
me
think
look like a
Aridia-
fool.
Yeah, I think Aridia likes me.
Yeah, it'd be me. Okay, let's get on back. Make our way back to the group.
Yeah, as they're kind of like making their way back, or probably actually as they would have walked away, Veldren Cordelia turns to you with the same quizzical look and go, "I thought her name was Felicity."
Oh, well, yes, that's exactly what Bishop said.
Nope.
Sybil's her middle name.
Why did I just do Cordelia?
You making fun of me?
I'm gonna leave now.
I would
Listen,
never.
it's not my business what Bishop calls Felicity.
Right. You can keep your
I
little
don't understand
secret.
half the things Bishop does.
Hmm.
Neither does Bishop.
She just kind of just shrugs, but seems to have filed that information away.
Not Veldren's business to tell.
Yep. Like if it had been once, I'd have been like, okay, but it was the very specific. I don't see anyone else here named Sybil. Then I'm like, well, she's not gonna ignore that.
I think we're all having a long day. We should all go get some rest. We should. Yes. How are you doing, Astra? By the way, I haven't been able to see you much today.
I'm fine.
Quite. Yes. I love the awkward silences that arise when people are gone. So, any thoughts on who's going to be entering the tourney with who? Any Veldren's desperately swimming in the autistic nightmare.
Is it bad that I don't want to fight with my brother in the duos?
You're so quiet. I love you, Bestie. You're so quiet.
Why? Repeat that.
Keeps resetting it so low. Is this better?
That's so much better.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello, hi. Is it bad that I do not want to fight with my brother in the duos?
I don't think that's bad at all. I think you should communicate that to him.
I tried, but it is just that he is so excited.
A sibling's excitement should not be something that puts you in a position to where you're not excited for either. Open communication is much more preferred among siblings.
I do not have a lot of practice with open communication for the last 100
You
or
are
so
allowed
years.
to have boundaries. You don't have to do everything with your sibling.
It's true.
You're the younger one, yes?
By a bit. Though, technically I have quite a few years on him now, since he was,
That is true. I
very
wonder how that
dead.
would work. How that would work.
I now have a
You
century or so.
technically have more experience than he does.
I do. I'm not as out of practice as he is.
If you
had
don't want to fight with Bishop, then you should let him know. At least that's my 2 cents. Coming from an older brother, that is my 2 cents.
noted.
Yes. Yeah. We'll just kind of meander around until the other 2 come back.
Yeah, they would definitely come back sort of around this time.
So who made the first joke?
Of?
Oh, I assume that there was somebody with poking fun.
No. No one was. Why would we be?
Ari, are you feeling okay? Not a single joke from you.
No, I'm not a little kid anymore, Bishop. If I'm going to say something mean, I'm going to say it to your face.
There it is.
Veldren ever so slightly, imperceptibly, straightens a little bit, hearing "I'm not a kid anymore." I'm like, I've heard that before.
All right. You've all had a long day. You were saying?
I was just going to say we should go off and rest.
Yes.
I'll look over to Sybil. Were we wanting to stay at my friend's place or the inn? Very well. We shall see you all in the morning. Does anyone have any kind of favorite pastries or bakery goods that they prefer?
Anything sweet.
Sweet.
And if you can find some like strawberry danishes.
I'll see what Elfric has available.
Like a nice bran muffin.
That makes so much sense.
It makes
That's the saddest thing Sybil's ever heard.
It is practical and it is good for you.
I really like cinnamon rolls because I can definitely have cinnamon and gluten for sure.
It's a fantasy game, of course you
fantasy
can have
game.
cinnamon and gluten.
It's a fantasy game, chronic illnesses.
I can't. I do this every time.
Cinnamon
That's
rolls.
right. In my
Astra.
fantasy game, my character is able to eat the things I'm not allowed to eat in real life. Let's go.
Apple strudels. There we go. Those are so yummy because I can have
Apple strudel
apples
and
as
cinnamon
Astra
roll.
with apples.
Apple
with
strudel
cinnamon,
and
yeah.
the cinnamon
Oh.
roll. I'll
Let's
bring,
add it
I'll
all
bring
together.
both, Astra.
Turn it into a
Yes,
sandwich.
don't bother with breakfast in that case. Then I'll come and provide some.
I feel like that's a
Thank you.
core D&D moment right there, where it's like my character loves to eat this thing that I cannot eat in real life. I feel like that's something everyone has done.
Sybil
There was
chugs a beer.
In my
actually love
home game, we RP'd making sandwiches. Me and another person who has a really limited list of things we can eat, and I'm like, this is the best thing we've ever done.
Incredible.
Oh, I love that so much.
Okay. So Veldren and Sybil, you guys are making your way back to the safe house. And Aridia, Astra, Bishop, and Cordelia will be making their way back to the inn. Yeah. I guess we'll go to Veldren and Sybil first. Yeah. You guys make your way back as the kind of night starting to kind of set in. The kind of street lamps are kind of being set up. They are like manual ones, so there is someone going around kind of lighting them, setting them up, kind of like oil lamps, as they wouldn't be magical in any way. Not doing magic here, so yeah. Think about that. You're like, wouldn't they just no magic? Gotta be done manually. But yeah.
I'll cast
so-
dancing lights as we go. No.
Veldren gets arrested.
Veldren arrested. Sybil arrested.
I have a magic license.
Yeah, you're also.
I don't do
someone
it.
would
I don't
want
do
to
it.
see it.
I
No one
don't
wants to
do it.
see
I
it, and you're
don't do
with a
it.
wanted criminal.
I don't do it. I don't.
Don't draw attention to yourself. You don't do that? Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know. I'll just delete that encounter. Okay.
Thank
Cool.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah, just
I
as
was
we're
looking
kind
forward to just rolling out the the Mystic Elite. Like I have their stat blocks ready to go. Like just
crying,
ready to just drop them on you right there.
sobbing, throwing up.
This
B, I'm
was saving
so
throw
nice.
DC 25. Like no.
B, please, I'm such a nice person.
None of that
Casual
happens.
block.
You're fine. It's okay. Yeah, but you make your way back. You don't encounter any issues. Again, the streets themselves are relatively quiet, but like there are a lot of people kind of like spilling out of the taverns and stuff like that. So like
Mhm.
not a lot of people walking around, but a lot of just general hustle and bustle of people. But you know, you're able to kind of blend in definitely. And then you make your way up to the bakery. The sign reads closed. The lights are off. But you know there's a spare key under the mat.
Absolutely. Just kind of pull out, put it back where it's supposed to go,
Mm-hmm.
and then head in. One second, my cat's going crazy.
Oh no.
Jesse!
So sorry.
You're so
Ignore her.
fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, and we'll kind of go down into the cistern.
Mm-hmm.
I will escort. Oh, yes.
Yeah, as you go down, you definitely you hear the sounds of voices of just people talking. Alfred did tell you that there are others that are here currently. Other people in the safe house. Do you try and avoid that, or are you just trying to kind of very quietly make your way to the to your rooms for the night, which you absolutely can do.
I don't think Veldren tries to avoid them in any means. Since they're here in the safe house, in Veldren's mind, they're good people. They're safe. They're possibly interesting people to talk to. But if Sybil were to kind of like lead them in a quieter section, he'd follow suit.
I don't think she's familiar enough with this place to even try that.
So which way are you going then? You going quietly, or are you heading into kind of the main area? Just to confirm.
Do you?
Don't put this on me. I'll roll for it 1 second.
She's following you.
Yes, but this is a cooperative game.
I understand that.
This is your house, okay? I'm the guest in your house.
Your house.
Veldren would probably like just on muscle memory head into like the main area. Yeah, just kind of like quietly, like almost like small talking with Sybil, like as they go along, like was that building over there? Like as they walked through the city and everything.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you make your way downstairs, down the same kind of set of stairs that you went down before. It is a little dark and rickety, Sybil. But when you get down there, there are lights. It is, well lit down here. It's just like the entranceway is kept dark for a reason. It's, but it still doesn't, like, you understand, but also it's still like, but yeah, you make your way down, and yeah, you hear kind of the sounds of just like idle voices kind of talking. Some of them a little more loud and boisterous. One in particular, nothing negative, just like someone who clearly isn't trying to be loud, but they just have a loud voice. It's one of those. But yeah, you kind of like it's kind of hearing that, Veldren, you kind of just drift over that way, and you kind of open the door and step into it's sort of just like a large kind of open area. There are a few kind of tables laid out. There's kind of a few like weapon racks and stuff like that. There's a couple of kind of storage units for like food and supplies and stuff like that. This is sort of like the main kind of area of the safe
Mhm.
house. There aren't like specific rooms. And you see an assortment of figures. You see Elfric sitting at a table. He's probably doing that thing where he's sitting at one of the higher tables where he's kind of like not. He's like leaning on the table, but like you can see that he's very clearly like standing on like a barrel or something like that because he is shorter. But he's like keeping height with everyone else, just idly chatting away. And then next to him, you see another figure that you recognize. You see his. Did we agree daughter or granddaughter? I'm trying to remember.
Granddaughter.
Granddaughter, that's the one. I think I messed up and said daughter before.
You're good. You're good.
Yes, but you see a figure that you recognize, Elfric's granddaughter, Anna. Kind of long, braided, or partially braided, dirty blonde hair, pointed ears, also a halfling. She wears a very kind of a nice kind of mint-colored dress with a kind of matching kind of corset, and she very much looks like a bakery worker, much like Elfric tends to as well. Kind of putting on that look. You know that Anna also runs the shop upstairs as well as helping out down here. You also see Felt, the black tabaxi, kind of sitting with them, kind of like animatedly kind of like talking to another figure, as there are a few other figures sat around that you've not met before. Sitting next to Felt, who Felt seems to be deeply in conversation with, you see a much taller, almost like blue-black, almost like a lot taller, kind of tabaxi man. He wears kind of like dark robes, and when you can see like bits of armor underneath, kind of has a hood kind of over his head still. But you can see like his ears kind of point out, like he's had holes cut in the hood so his ears can point out. An assortment of kind of daggers on his waist. Very handsome man. But he's kind of very, he's kind of like smiling, kind of nodding and listening along to what Felt's like kind of talking about. Felt seems to be talking about like some mission he's gone. He's talking big about himself. He's very clearly trying to impress this man. And he seems to just be very politely kind of listening along and kind of is, asking questions and engaging. Like he seems to have a genuine interest, but also is understanding that like Felt's just having a moment here, and he's just like, I will be the person to listen and also ask questions. I'm giving you exactly what you want. So yeah, he's just kind of like listening along. Sitting next to him, you see a blue-skinned drow woman who seems to be fiddling with some metallic box of some kind, going at it with a few different tools, and trying to make whatever it is work or tick or whatever it does, but it seems to be some sort of mechanical thing. She wears a kind of like dark red kind of duffel coat. Has goggles, kind of bronze goggles, kind of on her forehead. Black hair tied into kind of space buns, with a streak of pink in one of them. And just seems to be isn't listening to the conversation. Is very clearly just sitting with people and is working on her project of whatever it is. And then next to them, you see a very tall, green-skinned man with kind of golden tattoos, with a mantle of white fur around his neck, kind of arm wrappings around his arms, a kind of very druidic-looking belt around his waist, kind of like these green robes. he's very, even you can tell he's like, at first you thought he was standing up and then you realize he's sitting down. This guy is very tall. You reckon probably like 9 feet standing up would be your guess. But he is very clearly the tallest person at this table. And again, these kind of like golden tattoos kind of over his face and everything, but seems kind of tall and menacing. But again, kind of looking at his face, you see there's definitely a kindness to it, as he seems to be kind of listening kind of back and forth to this conversation that Felt is very clearly talking very animatedly about. Next to him, you then see a tiefling man with deep blue, with very light blue skin, kind of leaning on a spiked staff of some kind. Just again, listening to everything that's happening, and it seems to be the kind of boisterous voice that seems to be jumping in, and it's just like seems very animated about what Felt is talking about. While everyone else is kind of kindly like listening, this guy is just like laughing and like adding things, and is just like having just like the best time listening to this story. It just seems so just involved in this and seems to absolutely love it. And then last, you see a figure. You can't quite tell. They seem somewhat androgynous. You can't tell. But they wear kind of greeny colored armor, bright pink hair tied up in a big bun. Their eyes, you see when they kind of turn to face you, are just completely solid, kind of almost glowing, sort of like a cyan color. There are no irises. They are just shining, and they just seem to be sitting and listening. Also quite a kind of tall, hulking figure. Probably like the second tallest at this table, next to the Earth Canassi. And yeah, you just see them all just talking away. You kind of enter, and Elfric will kind of just see you, doesn't draw attention to you, but will just give like a polite wave. And it kind of looks past and will also kind of just give you a smile, Veldren. She hasn't seen you in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'll just give a wave back.
Mm-hmm.
Very broad and genuine smile. Eyes kind of flickering over the 5 new individuals, kind of like taking mental notes for a second.
Yeah. Kind of just like sizing them up a little bit, figuring them out, seeing what you can learn from just them.
Yeah, not in any like threatening manner, but just a very like curious kind of look to his eyes as he sees new people in this space. Would kind of turn his little. We should get some food at least before we head off to rest. Unless you want to go straight to sleep.
No, it's fine. There's just a lot of people here.
Yes, normally it's not this many people. Must be a boom in travel as of late, or from other lands. They're the ones that typically find home here, as they don't often know the rules quite yet. Help keep them out of trouble. We don't have to talk to any of them if you don't wish.
I mean, you can if you'd like.
I certainly will.
Probably keep a low profile.
If they're here, Sybil, they're not going to turn you in. That I can promise. Elfric has a good eye for people. He wouldn't let someone in that would turn in someone like you. But it is your decision as well.
I think she just keeps her like the hood up. On her cloak.
Veldren would kind of go forward, dig through some of the cupboards. hand over probably like some extra they probably would be like well, we're in a bakery, so there's probably like a few like just older baked goods, like things that didn't sell for the day and everything that would go bad overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Not the healthiest, I know, but Elfric and Anna make a very good meal. Don't let them know I said that. It'll go to Anna's head, and I can't have my students' ego getting larger.
Students.
I've been teaching Anna on the side. Whenever I'm here, she's the one that helped me start all the safe houses. She's the first one I met when I was here.
Which one is she?
And I would kind of like point over to the halfling right next to Elfric, the braided golden hair.
Mm-hmm. So kind of as you're kind of pointing over, has probably been glancing over to you specifically, Veldren, kind of as you've come in, kind of taking note of you, is probably checked out of this conversation, just more just seeing what you're doing, kind of taking curiosity in you bringing this new person in. As you kind of point her out, she'll kind of see you, Veldren will kind of look to you, Sybil, and will just give you just a polite wave and a smile.
You should go say hi. She's your student.
I will say hi, but I want to make sure you're all right as well.
I'm all right. I think I know how to get back to my room from here.
All right, if you say so. Here, if you need a guide, and I give you Rust again. Rust knows this place inside and out. If you need to get somewhere, just ask him, and he can help you.
Russ just like nods in his little snake form, just flicks his little tongue.
I give him the little pets on top of his head.
Mm-hmm. He loves it. He goes like a little cross-eyed and like fully bleps.
Oh, the blip.
I need fan art of this now. I need fan art.
Please, someone, please. I'll kiss you. Whoever does it, I'll kiss them.
Oh, I gotta start drawing, guys.
I'll work on it.
Artists,
Race to the finish line, Jasper. Let's go.
Artists, get them digital dice going.
And if you need anything, you can always come find me as well. I'll be in the room right across the hall.
Okay, is there anything we need to, like, do any recon on? Anything?
I am interested in looking for the supposed thieves. Is who I'm interested. I am curious. Are they actually thieves? Are they innocent in all of this? I'm curious.
Yes. Astra also needs, it was mentioned when we were dress shopping, potentially a magic item that could disguise their form. And
that should be our first stop then, tomorrow,
So-
to make sure she's all right.
and it might help us, if it's not that shop we were recommended to, it will lead us to the one that was potentially robbed. So it's a good
Yes.
way to do both.
Maybe the competitors. Maybe it's the one we're going to that
Robbed
I
it?
don't know. I'm going to conspiracy theorist mode. I don't need to start doing this again. Also, yeah, and yes, we should definitely. You've spent a bit more time around Astra than me. Just keep an eye on her. She seemed a little off whenever Bishop took you
Yes.
for a conversation. I'm a bit
Oh.
worried for her.
She seemed really upset at the conversation earlier with Cordelia.
Yes. I think that was because Cordelia was flirting with Bishop. I mean, and that's very insensitive to flirt with someone's partner right in front of them.
Right.
Because they're obviously dating. Like, there's no chance they're not dating.
Did you see the way that they hugged her before leaving for 5 minutes top?
Exactly. That was not a platonic hug in the slightest. Also, do you speak Infernal?
No, most of my characters do. I was gonna say yes.
You should hear the things he says to her in Infernal, and she knows. I've seen the blush happen whenever she hears. They think I can't understand, and I don't know how to tell them that I do.
You see something in Sybil you probably haven't seen before, which is she wants the tea. She wants the gossip. Like, it's something that, like, she's invested.
He says that she shines like the brightest star in the sky, and it's a lot of like really sappy things like that. Like Bishop has to read like romance novels because there's no other ways. There's no other ways that he gets those.
I'm writing that down because I'm pretty sure I read that in one of my books.
You read the same book.
I mean,
you read the same. You read
a lot.
Starlight Shining.
I did, but I didn't. It was a fine book. I have thoughts about it, but I thought that line was really nice.
We have to talk more about that. I'm admittedly very into very trashy romance novels.
Me too.
What?
That's literally in her fun facts.
That's literally in my fun facts.
No.
Oh my god.
Veldren's eyes widen. I'm like, I think we should start a book club.
Yes, we. You know what we should do? Let's get Astra and Bishop in on it and make the first book.
Yes, Starlight Shining.
Yep.
Yes. If you really like romance novels, you'll love what I'm trying to do. So, if we'll get like really quiet, like lean in and whisper. Elfric is a what's the man version of a widow?
Widower.
Yes. Elfric is a widower. It happened quite some time ago. He's fine now. I'm desperately trying to get him to make a visit to Cornucopia so I can introduce him and Dolores together. Desperately.
Oh my.
Yes.
The two.
A baker and a librarian. It writes itself.
You don't have to tell me. Does Dolores know about this stuff?
I don't know. I'm going to be so for real with you. My superiors have said that she knows, but I really don't know if she does or not. I don't know if they're saying that to make me feel better.
I was gonna say like two pieces of a movement from different sides of the country.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's good.
No, it's fantastic. Plus,
Dolores
it'd be a
does
very
need-
cute couple together.
Dolores does need to find love desperately. She was projecting pretty hard.
What do you mean?
The first thing she said was she thought that we were together.
Dolores. She acts a lot like my grandmother. She really does. She's taken a liking to me and my brother. Quite very well. I'm sorry that what? That's the second group that's thought that. Because didn't you say that Aridia and Astra were of the opinion that we were also? I don't think we act like we're together. We act
No, but I don't think
with each other.
I don't think it's much of a stretch for Cordelia to think it because of what she witnessed.
I can't. I'm so sorry about that. It's the only thing I could think of in that moment.
Phoebe? You good? Sorry.
Russ
I
starts
really-
acting up. He's getting restless.
My dog.
Poor
Don't
Russ.
look at her. Give her privacy. She's itchy. She's got allergies.
What's so funny is that your character is covering her
Oh.
on the stream, so they cannot see her.
Yeah, don't look at. That's right.
You're like putting your hand like over where Sybil is on your screen, so we
Anyways.
can't see Phoebe.
Yes, I hope Cordelia does not say that to the rest of them, because then they're really going to have it in their heads. Like, and I look, you're very pretty. We've just met.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do
Yes.
that. No need.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I am gonna go. Was there a bounty on the bounty board for
I'll hand you a crumpled piece of paper. It's high up. It's more. It's 30. It's a third more. 20,000. Which is insane. That is.
I'm gonna go take a look at that. And probably go to bed because it sounds like we've got a lot to do tomorrow.
Yes, very much so. Good night, Sybil.
Good night, Veldren. She's gonna walk away already, unfurling that paper, but
Yeah, you unfurl it, and sure enough, matches your description. 20,000 gold.
how does it describe Sybil?
It describes your physical looks, the clothes you would have been wearing when you left the city. It describes your supposed crimes of killing 2 high-ranking officials. It says that you are considered armed and dangerous, and to not approach you.
I like that.
It's like this is like if you were reading this and if this was anyone else, you'd be like, got it. Don't want anything to do with that. That's hell no. But you know that this would attract a certain group of people. Like this is a lighthouse to a certain type of person.
I think she just folds it up, puts it in her bag. And then when she goes to bed, I think it's just trying to think of the fastest ways to get out of here.
Yeah. Okay. We are going to pivot away from those 2 for a moment, and we're going to go to the others. We will come back to you, Veldren, with talking to those other people if you would like, but we are going to go over to the others. So, Aridia, Astra, Bishop, and Cordelia, you all arrive back at the inn, at the Tall Tankard. You enter, you see your assortment of allies around. Sal is kind of sitting at a table, probably the one that she moved to when you 2 were having your moment. Rella is having a good time, having some drinks. She's arm wrestling someone. She's just having a great time. And then Ezra and Davari would be probably sitting with Zell, to be honest, just kind of like quietly sitting, not talking to her, but kind of just like sitting with her because they don't really have anywhere else to sit because it's a very loud, overstimulating environment. and she's kind of chosen a dark corner to kind of sit by herself. You kind of enter, and Cordelia will kind of turn to you already and be like, I know I made you that offer, but I think I'm gonna take the night to collect myself. If that's all right with you?
It is perfectly all right, Cordelia. Don't even worry about it.
She'll just take herself off, and we'll just head upstairs, kind of deep in thought about everything that's happened. Cordelia is out of the scene. But yeah, that leaves the three of you. It is a busy bar environment. You see, Brella's arm wrestling. The other three are kind of sitting. You look around. Aridia, Cordelia saw them, and I think you also saw them. You do still see that kind of group of figures kind of sitting by themselves, wearing kind of these dark mage robes, and then you kind of see this other woman with a kind of witch's hat kind of sitting off to one side, kind of shuffling some cards. There's currently someone sat with her, and she seems to very clearly be doing some sort of card reading of some kind, tarot maybe, something like that. But seems to be kind of very deeply kind of talking with them. And you see it seems to be actually make me just a straight up intelligence check so you can figure out what's going on here.
Ah, yes, my strong suit, intelligence.
I might do this one.
Okay, very
16.
Oh, I was asking Aridia to make this check.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought this was everybody.
Yeah, I thought it was all of us.
No, you're all good.
3.
3.
Ironic. I got 4.
Oh wait, no, sorry, it would have been all of you. Sorry, my bad. No, it would
Oh,
have
okay,
been all of
yeah.
you. Yes, sorry, apologies.
4.
4.
16.
16. Astra. Yeah, you probably have seen similar things to this before. You know of people who do, tarot or equivalent kind of readings, kind of reading the signs, kind of, reaching out to the universe for answers in terms of, predicting things, and kind of giving signs as to how things may have been, how they may go, things like that. This seems to be one of the more common versions of it, where seems to be a very a 3-card reading of past, present, and future. And you've seen people do this before. You've seen all sorts of people do this. Those who are magically talented in the arcane, and then others that are not, that use magic in other ways, or study it in other ways. But something slightly different about this, you would notice as the reading's kind of finishing up, they kind of look over the cards, and she seems to explain them to them. The person kind of looks them over. And then she kind of seems to gesture to the 3 cards as if kind of after kind of explaining, she kind of sits back, and the person kind of seems to make a decision, picks one of them up and kind of holds it. And then she kind of reaches out and kind of holds the top end of it and seems to pull the same card out of it, creating almost a duplicate of it. And kind of seems to put it back into the deck with the other cards, and yeah, that person holds the card and just puts it in their pocket and gets up and leaves. Seems to be something magical about it. But yeah, that's what you see.
I think the reason that Bishop didn't see this is because he looks to Aridia and says, wait a minute, what offer did wait, what's going on with you two?
You see, Bishop, a woman does not tell her secrets. Sorry.
When have you been a woman? You've always been a sister. You're a genderless, amorphous blob that is my sister.
I walk away. Don't even deem it with a response. I just walk away.
What direction are you going?
The person that was at the cards got up, right?
Yeah, they got up and walked away.
I don't know what they are, but it looks interesting. And Bishop's
Yeah.
distinctly not over there.
Okay, sure.
I'll save it.
Okay.
Astra was gonna go there, but she'll wait.
Come with me.
Bishop was
Abandon
also
Bishop.
gonna go there.
Abandon Bishop with me.
All three of us were going over there.
Aridia just takes Astra's hand and goes, "You're not invited," and leaves.
Yep. I do.
You know what? I'm coming anyway.
I take Astra with me.
I'm coming of my own volition.
Girls' night.
Girls' night.
Cause night.
No.
Bishop, you probably do see Rella kind of across the room, just wins whatever arm wrestling contest is in, will see you, and will just kind of like gesture you over.
I applaud her in the air. What are you going to wrestle? There's nothing there.
Just laughs. All the other people seem to like laugh as well, and just seem just be in on it. But yeah, already you're making your way over to this woman. She kind of sees you kind of approaching. Kind of just like looks up as she's just shuffling her cards.
Is the seat taken?
It doesn't seem to be anymore, no.
Take a seat.
You are very quiet again, my friend.
I
I don't know what your computer is doing, but
It
it's messing
is
with
what
you
it
so bad,
is.
bestie.
It's fine. It is what it is. It's just gonna keep doing it, B. It would be so real.
No.
No.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
said.
I will sit down.
Are you seeking a reading?
And what exactly are you reading?
Looking out to the universe, see what it has in store for you, what it has previously had in store for you, what it currently has in store for you. It's not entirely accurate, but there is some magic to it. My own touch as well. Give you a
I
glimpse
mean-
as to what has been, what is currently happening, and what is to come.
It would be interesting to see how close to the truth your cards can get. Why not?
Yeah. So, these cards, they... I must warn you, they can sting sometimes, if you're prepared for that.
I think I can take a little bit of pain. It is fine.
I will... This is purely just for myself. I do ask a small cost of 1 gold.
Of course. And I will pull out a gold and hand it to them.
I will. Bishop sends it back to Aridia and puts 4 gold on the table. 1 for each of us, and then a tip for yourself.
I believe I was talking to the young lady. If you wouldn't mind waiting a moment, I take 1 customer at a time.
I slide
Hey.
my gold back across.
Take my gold back.
Yeah. But yeah, she will produce the deck of cards and will just start shuffling through them until cards seem to she kind of takes a moment and then will kind of fan them out and will kind of like fans them out across the table and goes, "Now, which card is speaking to you the most for your past?"
I'll like run a finger along the cards and then pull a random one forward.
Yeah, you lift the card and she kind of looks it over as you pick it up. The tower. It's He kind of smiles and it's like, oof. Okay, and in like a ooh, rough. Kind of like, oof, that's what we're starting with? Okay, interesting. An interesting card. And shows symbols of sudden upheaval in your life, sudden changes, disaster, sometimes. Signs that something terrible might have happened to you, or perhaps those you care about that have defined your path forward. Would that seem accurate?
Everyone has a little bit of terrible in their past. So
This
it
is
is
true.
not wrong.
This is true. She places the card down in the first spot. I love that you're the first person that went first. I'm like, that card makes the most sense for this. And I was like, the starting with the rough.
Hey man,
Anyway,
it's all good.
That's
and then
rough,
she'll
buddy.
kind of gesture to the. She'll kind of pick up the cards again, and we'll start shuffling them again, and then we'll place them across the table. Now for your present.
I don't run my fingers along this time. I just like very distinctly reach for a card and flip it.
Yeah, you take a card and you flip it. Oh. Strength. It's an interesting card in its upright position. This can often be a sign of perhaps self-doubt or insecurity in oneself. Does that seem accurate?
No.
Hmm.
I feel very secure in my abilities. Thank you very much.
As I said, these are not an exact science. It is simply what the universe is choosing.
Hmm.
And for your future. She will draw the cards together and will shuffle them, places them down. Your final card. What is coming for you in the future?
I very slowly run my finger along the full length again and then like back part way. And I almost go to flip a card and then I choose a different one at the last second and flip it instead.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. You you draw that card and you flip it over. Justice. Cause and effect. Clarity. Truth. You will find what you are looking for. Perhaps the answer to any self-doubts you might be having or insecurities. You will find a way to overcome it, if that is something you are feeling. Or perhaps it's a physical something you're looking for. Whatever it is, you will find it and its true meaning, and you will find peace.
Perhaps. Though I don't know that peace is what I am looking for, justice certainly is.
Sometimes the cards can be quite literal.
Hmm.
Clarity, truth, it can be interpreted in different ways. Justice is a form of truth. It's your truth, your justice. Now,
I suppose.
she kind of gestures to the three cards. Which feels most important to you? Your past, your present, or your future? What do you feel will define you?
Oh God. I will take justice.
Take justice. Okay. You lift the card. She reaches out and, same as you saw, pulls the same card out of your hand and puts it back into her deck, but the card stays in your fingertips. I hope that this will help you when you need it most.
That is an interesting party trick you have.
She shrugs. Call it what it is. If it helps, it helps. I don't have the exact effect for you right now,
You're good.
but I will tell you that this card does give you a magical boon of some kind, and you can decide that. Given
Yay.
time, you will be able to figure out what it is and what it does.
Cool. I will tuck it away.
Mm.
And then I will stand and look to Astra with a slightly baffled look on my face. I believe that you are next, Astra.
Yeah.
Good luck. And I'll go past and go find a place to sit slightly off where I can still see what's going on but out of earshot.
Astra will sit down.
Mhm. And what is your name? Or what name would you like to be called?
Astra.
Minerva. Very rude of me not to introduce myself to your friend. That wasn't my intention. That was me. That was DM forgetting.
I'm being bullied by NPCs. I just want everyone to be very clear on this.
You're being bullied by my stupidity forgetting to introduce themselves.
The NPCs
Anyway.
hate me here.
Wow,
Hmm.
not true.
Not just the NPCs. I was kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, the cards, Astra. They're telling me that you fucking hate that person. Just flip the first card. It just says, "Huh." This card just said, "I hate Aridia." Weird. I didn't know there was a card in this deck.
Yeah, weird. This first card is a door. I think you really hate that person that just left.
Jesus. Anyway, yeah, she will look to you and go, "It is 1 gold piece, as it was for your friend."
She'll pull out her pack and give them the piece.
Okay.
Let me remove that from my inventory before I forget.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
She starts shuffling through the cards again and will, as same with Aridia, lays them out. Yes. Choose a card that defines your past.
Astra is a little hesitant putting her hands above the table.
Mm-hmm.
She'll pick a card. She'll think for a second and then pick one. You know?
You flip it over, and it's strange because this card is upside down. You see a depiction of a woman that, for a moment, strikes you very similar to someone you know. The Empress, reversed. This can often be a sign of smothering, emptiness, noisiness, independence. You were not given much freedom in your past, were you?
No.
Perhaps it was unintentional by the person who was keeping it from you. Perhaps they were trying to protect you, or perhaps it was imprisonment. It is different for all. As I said, these cards are not exact. But that seems to align from what you tell me.
Mm-hmm.
She places the card down in the reversed position, and then starts shuffling the rest of the cards, displays them out. And now for your present.
She'll like hover her hands over, and then like whatever one calls to her, she'll pick.
You definitely, there is definitely, you kind of run your, maybe an Arcana check real quick. If you're like thinking of like, this thing is calling to me, maybe an Arcana check.
Do I use her Astra's Cathedral dice or my star dice?
Ooh,
Just
two
Cathedral ones.
stars.
Yeah, right. Oh, I rolled Cathedral. You said Arcana? So a 19 for a, I can't count, 27.
27. Okay. Yeah. You're not sure. Like, this is strange. You've seen similar things to this before. And like some people literally just are like, yeah, I've learned this. This is a thing that I know, and this is the only magic that I know. But and then there's nothing more to it. There is a reading. They give you what they believe it means, and that's it, and you move on. But seeing the cards almost duplicate, that seems to have some sort of magical intent to it, and so you feel there might be more to this. And you're kind of hovering over the cards, and you kind of almost feel like a tingle in your fingertips as you hover over one. Almost like it's telling you that's the one it wants you to pick. Whatever force this is. And you draw it.
She'll pick it.
You turn it over, and Minerva kind of chuckles a little bit. I promise the name of this card is no insult on your intelligence. This card is the Fool. Kind of smiles. That certainly seems to make sense based on your past. This represents new beginnings and a free spirit. You've broken free of whatever was holding you back, whatever you felt dependent on, whatever was keeping you from where you are now. Does that seem right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Places the card down next to the other one in the upright position. And last, but certainly not least, your future, Astra. And she shuffles the cards and will lay them out one more time.
She'll pick one of them.
Yeah, you pick your last card. And you kind of pick it up, and there's almost like a warmness to it. You flip it over, and you see, again, in the reverse position, a demonic face staring back at you.
I drop the card.
Yeah, you drop it, and it still lands in that reversed position. Minerva kind of like reaches forward. It's all right. It's all right. She kind of looks down at it. The devil, reversed. In its regular position, it might be different, but reversed has the opposite meanings. This card represents freedom, release, restoring control. Perhaps this dependency in your past and your new beginnings and free spiritness that you are feeling now is making you feel a little lost with what to do with yourself now that you have all this freedom. But you will find yourself and what you are looking for and who you are meant to be, not who everyone else wants you to be. You are your own person, Astra. You are not whatever people tell you you have to be. What others want you to be. The only thing that matters is what you want and who you choose to be.
Thank you.
Of course. And the same with your friend. Gestures to the 3 cards in front of you. Which card do you feel defines the most? Your past, your present, or your future? Which feels the most important to you?
Based off the explanation she was given, she's going for the future.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you pick up the card, and again, you almost feel that warmness to it, that those eyes of this devilish face staring back at you, kind of horns on its head, almost like it's watching you. And again, she'll reach forward and pull the card back, leaving a card in your hand, leaving you with a boon that you're not quite sure what it does yet. But you can tell it's magical and it can be called upon, with some time to meditate on it. I hope this
Thank
was
you.
insightful for you. You're most welcome.
Astra will get up and then gesture to Bishop, and then go over to Aridia. It's like, what the fuck?
I
It is
think
really weird, is it not?
the 2 of you, kind of like standing nearby. At this point, seeing that you've gone and spoken to this woman, Sel gets up and walks over to the 2 of you. Oh, so you're speaking to her, are you?
She seemed much better company than you are.
Oh, you wound me. Why? Because she tells you the things you want to hear about yourself and who you are? You know that's all made up, right?
I mean, I agree. I don't think she was too spot on,
Exactly.
but it was entertaining.
People like to pretend like they know you and like they know magic. I sincerely doubt she has told you anything you don't already know.
Perhaps.
Yes, well. Oh, and Bishop's going for it now. This will be interesting. And she kind of like steps forward and almost like goes to like watch what's happening. But Bishop, I'm assuming you sit down? Yeah, you can see like Sel is like curiously just watching now with just an amused smile on her face.
Yep. Just give a look to her, just like, hello. I'm out.
Good evening.
Put down the same 4 gold.
Mm-hmm.
One for myself and then
My
a tip
price is
for the
1.
group of us.
They have already paid.
You remind me of somebody. I'll take 2 back.
And you remind me of someone. Looks at you curiously. Well, we shall see what we have in store for you then, shall we? She will, again, shuffle through the cards and splays them out. Which card do you feel will define your past?
It goes for about like the middle of the left half.
Okay. Yeah, you draw the card, you flip it over, and almost I doubt it really surprises you, but you turn it over and you see a skull staring back at you. She kind of looks to it. Death.
That makes sense.
Don't be so alarmed. It doesn't specifically mean death, as in you have died. Kind of looks at you curiously. It more represents the end of a cycle and new beginnings, changes. Would you say that feels accurate to your past?
Oh, that's the perfect representation.
Places the card down. And now for your present. We'll shuffle the cards again and ask you to pick.
I'm gonna go for the very last card on the right.
Mm-hmm. You draw it, and a similar card that has already been drawn is pulled, but this time in a different position. Strange. The same card for two of you, but in different positions. As I told your friend Astra, this is no insult on your intelligence, but this is the Fool, reversed.
None taken.
This card represents recklessness and being taken advantage of. You should watch your actions. If you do not, they could lead to catastrophe, or to others inflicting catastrophe upon you at your own expense. Be mindful of who you trust, and be mindful of who you give your influence to. It could lead you down a very dark path.
Interesting.
Places the card down. And finally, for your future. Shuffles them again. Just places them out.
Take the very middle.
You take the card right in the middle and you flip it over, and you see a cross with a man hanging from it. The hanging man. This card represents sacrifice, release, martyrdom. Perhaps if you are not too careful about your present, you may find yourself in a position where you have to give the ultimate price to save those you care about. Or perhaps not even the ultimate price, something you care deeply about, a choice you might have to make, a sacrifice. Whether you are ready to make that sacrifice or not is up to you. But know that it will be remembered. Whatever sacrifice you make, whatever you have to give up to make things the way you need them to be.
Just glances ever so slightly back to Aridia and Astra.
And place it down, and again. And now, which card do you feel defines you? Your past, your present, or your future?
You're very pathetic and good at your job.
You're very quiet, bestie.
Oh, sorry. You're very perceptive. You have quite the talent for this.
Please, I am simply the catalyst. These are not my choices. I am simply the messenger.
Well, you do it well.
You hear a bit of a scoff from Zell.
I mean that. He'll take the hanged man.
Okay. Again, she draws the card back from you, a duplicate, and puts it back into her deck, and you feel this card represents a magical boon of some kind that, given some time to meditate on it, you will learn what it does.
Thank you.
You are most welcome. Cell kind of just scoffs a little bit. Well, that was certainly entertaining to watch. Do you feel enlightened, Bishop?
Why are you always so arrogant?
I'm not.
Hmm.
I simply know true magic when I see it. And this is...
You say you know true magic.
I studied it for a long time.
All that time with a nose in a book. It's no wonder you do not have friends. And I walk out the front door. And I'm gonna pull a similar thing to what I did at the farmhouse. And just
Okay.
climb up to the roof.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Kind of seeing Bishop kind of storm off, Sal will kind of turn to Astra and Aridia. I certainly ruffled his feathers. What about the two of you? How do you feel about your readings?
I don't get ruffled easily.
That's good. That's the difference between you and him.
How does Astra look post her reading?
I mean, she was quiet before she got a reading. She's still quiet. She's been off today. It's very noticeable. She's been off.
There's a hesitance to it, but Aridia will kind of take your free hand and just give it a reassuring squeeze. And
I
it's
think
just
Aridia would notice that the blackness on her fingertips has moved up.
she'll note it.
Are you holding the card, Astra?
No, she probably would have put it into her bag that she has.
Yeah. I will say that you don't know for sure, but when you were holding the card, kind of looking at it first, you kind of almost glancing at your fingers, you could swear it was moving a little more. Looking now, you can't be sure, but there was something about that card that just didn't feel good. Didn't feel good.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Sal. Look. No, wrong accent. It's been a day, guys.
Aridia, what happened to your accent?
uh,
You feeling all right?
recorded a
That
character
reading
that
really got you
has
ruffled, didn't it?
Amelia's accent. It has been a long day, has it not, Sal? I think maybe Astra and I will go upstairs.
Yes, I will certainly be retiring soon as well. It has certainly been a long day. You're all still kind of standing close to the table where you'd had your readings, and you see the Swarm of Minerva kind of looks to the group of you, and kind of not listening to your conversation, but will just kind of just watch, and then kind of looks to your new friend joining you. Kind of just narrows her eyes. And what of you, Celeste? Will you have a reading? Cell goes Richard immediately. Just
Hey, we learned a new name,
slowly
guys.
Turns. Oh, so you've heard of me? I see my reputation precedes me.
Something does.
Well, curious. What have you heard of me? And she'll kind of just shrug. Many things. But it's not about what I think. It's about what the cards think. Well, I don't believe in your magic, whatever it may be. Are you sure? Or are you afraid? What are Astra and Aridia doing seeing this exchange?
I am no longer getting ready to go upstairs.
Aridia's like, oh, I'm so EP. No, I'm not. I'm awake. I'm awake. Huh? What's happening?
Astra is like turned her head to like get a better look, but is not subtly looking, not subtly eavesdropping.
You're not afraid, are you, Celeste?
Kind of that. There is almost like a kind of. She kind of like stretches out her neck. No. Nothing scares me. You're not going to let this go, are you?
No.
Fine, but you're paying for it.
And she
I'm
like
not
already
putting
had
it-
like a gold in her hand and just
I'm not
flicks
putting
it
my money
to
into
the air.
phony magic. She'll just sit down in the chair across from Minerva. You pay Minerva the gold.
Yep.
Yeah, Minerva will kind of look. Oh, all right then. She'll start shuffling the cards and divvies them out. For your past. Sal reaches out, takes a card. Card's flipped over. You see what looks like a wizard of some kind. But it flipped upside down. The magician, reversed. Trickery, illusions, and out of touch. Done a lot of lying to the people around you in your past. Pretending to be something you're not. Hiding. Sel kind of just smirks. It's like, well, everyone's done a bit of lying in their past. Anyone who says otherwise, well, is a liar. Could mean anything. And illusions? Well, I'm looking at one right now in front of me. Go on, keep going. Yeah. You are free to make insight checks, by the way, I will say, as this is going on. Sal's holding up this front, but...
I don't think I need to.
Damn. Sad I'm not there.
Hey, you left.
I
You
know.
left, bestie. You made that
Astra will
choice.
I know,
You
I know.
left.
insight check.
Sure, yeah.
Astra will. Let's pull up my star dice.
Mhm.
It's like,
Hee-hee.
I know
Oh, I
this
didn't roll
game.
well. I can't read. 13.
13. Yeah. You can tell, I mean, just in general, like, you've never, like, just the name alone, you've never seen, like, Cell, it's not quite like deer in headlights, it's more just the, excuse me? You know? Like, it's like the, what? But yeah, she seems to be putting up some sort of front right now. Like, you can tell, like, she seems calm from the one card, but there's definitely, like, she's invested now. She's like, she's gonna see this through. Regardless of what she thinks of it. And Minerva will start shuffling again. Draws a second card. The Hermit. Reversed. You're lonely. You're isolated. Even in your present company. You've lost your way. You've lied, you've tricked, you've betrayed everyone who trusts you. And now you don't know how to make connections with those around you. Because you only know how to betray them, and they've shown you nothing but kindness. Belle leans forward and goes, "You don't know me." You don't know anything about me. I will admit to lying, but I am certainly not lonely. I have those I care about, reasons for being here. Present company are wonderful. I have no issue with them. And I hope they don't have any issue with me. Minerva's already shuffling the third card. And
Can I
finally,
insight check that second statement?
Sure. Sure.
+1. Dirty 20. But wait, I have inspiration. Burn it. Ha. 26.
What was it, sorry? You're quiet again, I can't hear you. 26?
E.
Yeah, 26. Cell is... what was it you were looking for with the insight check? What specifically?
When she was talking about having, like, that she wasn't lonely, that she had people,
Mhm.
how much of that was bullshit and how much of that was just like, was there truth to that at all?
You get the impression that she did have people.
Did, but maybe not currently.
Maybe not anymore. I mean, when you met her, she was alone.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And what Minerva is saying feels very accurate of the struggling to make friends, the being very kind
Don't
of...
make me feel bad for Cell.
just all of... Yeah, it's just like very much like being this kind of person. Seems to be... Cell realizes, oh no, I'm in the shit, I'm being bred to filth right now, is what you get from that.
Beautiful, thank you.
And yeah, she starts doing the final card. It's like almost as like Cell's still talking, still kind of filling the air with speeches she tends to do. Minerva's already pulling up the third card. And then for your future, as she's shuffling, 2 cards fall out and land on the table. And Minerva kind of looks, puts the rest of the deck down. 2 cards. Your future is not certain. This is a rarity. You have a choice to make. I'm done. Cell stands up from the table. It's like, I don't know who you think you are or how you know me, but forget it. You don't know who I am. You don't know anything about me. You don't know who I am. You can use your phony magic to look into whatever entity it is that speaks to you, but they don't know anything about me either, and they don't know anything about what I'm going to do. Are we clear? Says nothing. Cell gets up, walks away, walks past the 2 of you, and goes to walk upstairs without a word.
That was certainly something unexpected, Astra.
Yeah. Feel bad.
I do too, and I don't like that I feel bad. Are you ready to head upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Upstairs?
Yeah. think, probably at that point as well. Probably seeing you guys kind of taking your leave, I think Davari and Ezra kind of follow suit and are just like, yeah, we're gonna go to bed too. What the fuck was that? Ezra probably just turns to two. He's like, is she all right? What happened? I didn't go and talk to the maid. She seemed a little scary.
I think she got a little too close to the truth for Celeste's liking.
Or Celeste? Oh,
Apparently, that is her name.
I didn't know. I thought she was just Cel. What she's always said to us. I'll keep calling her Cel so she doesn't kill me. Because she might. I worry about that sometimes. You know, I don't think she'd actually do it. I mean, I hope she wouldn't actually do it. But I'll just to be safe. I'll just keep calling her Cel. And Zavari just signs. That's a good idea. I will do the same. He'll kind of like smirk and be like, shorter for me to sign too. Kind of in like a joking way. With that then, if you are retiring to bed, we will go back to Veldren.
Oh, hello, hi.
Hi, buddy. Sorry, that was a
Veldren
lot.
has new
Hey,
voice.
everybody.
No, that I was fascinated. Rapt attention.
Yeah. Veldren, you make your way over to the table where you see these figures. I'm switching between tabs of notes. Yeah, cool. Yeah, you make your way over to the table. Anna kind of steps down and will walk over to you and just gives you a big hug.
Yeah, I'll like wrap my arms around her, give her like kneel down a little bit, give her a big hug.
Yeah. She like pulls you down into like the hug. It's like, it's so good to see you. How are you?
It's good to see you as well, Anna. All right.
Been away a long time.
Yeah, it's been a lot, Anna.
How are things in the big city?
I have learned of a couple things that are not great. I don't know the full information behind them. They're the same as always in the big city, at least on the public level.
Is he still the same?
Iso is still the same. I've learned a little bit more, though, since the last time. It's
you have?
a
That's
curse.
good.
Yes. So,
well, that would make
Let's
sense. My medicines weren't working then.
yes. And that helps drive me in a direction. I'll need to look more in the divine realms, I'm assuming. That's what I'll need to do.
There are remove curse incantations. Have you been able to try those?
I've been able to see them work on a different curse. From what I could see, I don't think it would. I think this curse is too intertwined with Iso's soul. I think it's a separate entity that has intertwined itself. Removing one would be complicated. Whenever it comes to something like lycanthropy, it is a mutation of the curse. It's a mutation of the body of the soul in a way.
So
This,
he's
I think,
not
is
target of the curse.
I don't think so.
Huh.
Or he may be depending. Yes, depending
Maybe
on the
that's
spell.
why it's not working, because you're not targeting the thing that is cursed. Right? Does that make sense?
Could be it. We've been targeting the body with medications, with medicine. Maybe the only problem is no.
What? What are you
Only
thinking? She's
problem
like
is
leans forward, like intrigued. Like, what are you thinking?
most magics you have to be able to see the target.
Mm-hmm.
That means Issa would have to be in the middle of an episode for anything to be cast.
Oh. Ooh.
Which is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah. From what you tell me,
dangerous.
that's scary stuff.
Yes, there's a good chance people would die. I have things to think
There's
about.
got to be another way, right? That can't be the only way to get rid of it, right?
I have a few ideas, but I need to sit down and think on them and test them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something that stores magic could put the curse in something else, put it into an object instead.
Oh, maybe, yeah. That's,
I have a
I
lead
mean,
there, possibly.
like a magic scroll of some kind, or like storing raw magic. Because, like, is that even possible?
It's possible, I think. Well, no, I know it's possible. Different than the ideas I had. Much different. I would want to find a different solution than what I know would work that way. I still think glass is the way. Potions are basically raw mana, and
I mean, look, I know I've
I
learned
think it's
everything I know
glass.
from you. I don't know. I feel like you're barking up the wrong tree here, Veldren. I don't know. Like, there's just, she is very clearly your student, but is like,
Mhm,
from what I know, from what you have told me, it feels
mhm.
like either there's something I don't know, or you're really just chasing something here. Like she's like being like,
I'm on to something. I know I
you're
am. I
certainly on
am.
something, yeah.
Hey, what is
Well,
that supposed to mean? I
well,
deal with the theoretical.
what I think it means is that you need a break. You should come meet some new friends.
Yes, introduce me. And I'll say that last part quite loudly to the person, like, hello, hi.
Yeah. Felt is just like finishing up his story, and the blue
Mhm.
tiefling just he's been like engaged. He's wearing like this very like mustard yellow like jacket, with these like gauntleted hands, and then like foot wraps on his feet.
Mhm.
But like he's been like so engaged in this, and as soon as the story finishes, he like slams his hand like on the table. Sybil, wherever you are, you probably hear this just like echo through the room. It is not subtle as he just lets out this like belly laugh. He's like, "Man, that is insane. That reminds me of that time where I had to deal with all these guards on the Golden Coast. Man, I almost got arrested. That shit was crazy. Ugh, but like, you know me." 1v5, not a big deal, you know? And then he like starts going into like the story as you come over, and it's like, like, oh, sorry, got a little carried away there.
It is all right.
You must be his like brain, he like shuts down, like as he's very clearly trying to remember your name that he's definitely been told. It's like, Meldren, right?
Close enough. Veldren. I would say, like,
Man, I get the M's and the V's messed up. You know how it is.
Yes, I do. Yes, definitely. I'm just, I'm just so glad my stupid nickname's fall. Like Veldren almost mumbles to himself, "My stupid nickname's fallen off." It's just almost glaring over at Anna.
And she smirks, and he'll like reach out and like shakes your hand, like your arm like almost comes out of its socket. This guy is like strong, and like
I
is
have a
like
friend that.
it's an aggressive shake.
Mhm.
It's like, nice to meet you, Veldren. I'm Baron. I'm not really from around here.
I can
came
tell.
from oh, is it the horns? And he points to his tiefling horns. They're like they point upwards. One of them is cracked off halfway up. And they're kind of like gold. They're like white horns, but they're like gold tinted towards the top. And he's just like, yeah. I came all the way from Draconum. Pretty long travel, man. Yeah, man. Gold Coast.
Very interesting. I'm going to speak to you more. I also have a friend that would adore you. I feel like I.
Oh yeah. Was that your friend that you
Yes,
came in with? They seem like really quiet. I didn't really see him, but like I know you came in with someone else.
Yes, that's my friend, Felicity. Tends to
Oh,
be quite quiet. She's a bit shy around new people.
That's so
But
fair.
no.
I know a lot of people like that. My brother was like that. He like wouldn't talk to people. But like that's like totally chill. I know I can be a lot.
Absolutely.
I'm like really loud sometimes, and people just have to tell me to shut up. So like, if you do that, man, do it, please, because I will just keep talking. And then Anna just goes, Marin, yeah, what's up, man? Shut up. Got it. I got it. Yep. See, just like that. I will not be upset. It takes a lot to make me angry, and you do not want to do that.
I must introduce you to Arella. Oh my gosh, that would be something.
Oh, yeah,
What about the
I'm
rest
so
of you?
open to meeting like new people. They also like fight stuff or something.
Very much so, yeah.
Oh hell yeah, fellow fighter. Maybe we can team up in that tourney thing.
Well, you'll have to beat me and my partner, of course.
Oh, you're entering the duos or something, and in the what do they call it? Dynamic duo or something like
Well,
that. Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
considering it. Not, I
Yeah.
don't look like much, I know. I'm just going to try for it, you know? I don't have that much combat experience.
Well, I mean, hey, it's not all about the combat experience. Sometimes it's about the gadgets and the gizmos. I'm still trying to convince Bianca here to be my duo. Kind of gesturing over to the drow who's like tinkering with something, and like at the mention of their name, kind of visibly like locks up. It's just like, I don't fight. I make things. It's like, yeah, but like you don't have to like fight to be in a fight. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't respond.
What are you making?
As soon as you mention that, she kind of like looks up. You see, kind of like her very like tentative look, of kind of like yellow eyes. We're kind of just like looking. She's like, oh, it's not much yet, but it's like a house that you can take with you, but like really small, you know? I'm trying not to mess it up because I don't want to open it in here, because that would be bad.
A physical rendition of Lehman's tiny hut.
Right, yeah, like exactly like that, yeah.
Very interesting. Would you imbue it with the same kind of properties of keeping it warm on the inside with keeping others from being able to enter?
Maybe. It's more of like a fortress in a way, you know? Like something that you can place down. It's more for like battle tactics and such. Less of it being like the magically imbued thing, because like there are ways to get around that. This is more for like people who want to fight, you know? Like and need like cover. It's like really big, which is again why I'm trying not to mess this up. There's a moment where she like turns something, goes no, as like like the table like suddenly becomes covered with like a floor. She's like, huh, and like twists it back and it goes back in. Like everyone kind of like has a moment. Baron is just like, see what I mean, man? That shit's crazy. You drop that on someone, that's gonna fucking hurt.
That's very impressive.
No, it's not. It's not made for that. And then she kind of like thinks like, oh, that would be. Kind of shakes her head, just like, huh, I'm not gonna think about that.
Very impressive.
I know, Baron already said it, but I'm Bianca, by the way. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, Bianca. Where do you hail from?
And she kind of like gets a little nervous. It's like I've spent a little bit of time on the surface, but I came from the Underdark.
The Underdark.
Through the labyrinth. That's what people up
I've
here
never
call it.
visited the homeland myself.
Yeah,
Born and
it's,
raised on the surface.
Oh wow, yeah, it's whole different world down there. They didn't really care much for my creative builds, but it's kind of why I tend to make more aggressive things. So they wanted me to make when I was there, but
They were lacking sight then.
right? I mean, there's so much more you can do outside of making things that just kill, you know?
I'm
The
of the
closest
same
thing.
opinion.
Well, maybe we could exchange some ideas sometimes.
I would love that.
Yeah. Not during the tourney, though, because I don't want to fight. It's like, dude,
Of
I'm
course.
telling you, that thing wouldn't see it coming. Suddenly a building appears in front of you. Shablamo! What are they going to do about that? If that thing is as big as you're telling me it is, and it's in that tiny little box, dude, just drop that on someone? That's not what it's made for. It's a defensive item. Yeah. Sure thing.
What it sounds like, Baron, it works better as a shield than a weapon. Is how I would think of it. It's whenever something's used for its intended use, you wouldn't use a sword to dig a hole, would you?
Well, I mean, no. Guess not.
So why would you use something meant for defense for offense? Using things to its
I mean, I've won a fight
greatest
with just a
use.
shield before. In fact, there was this time where I fought these 3 guys in the Gold Coast. I used only a shield. It was like the smallest thing. He's just gonna keep going. just like,
That was
just gonna keep going.
that was the intent. That was the intention. So he stopped hounding you.
He just like goes on like talking to just the table
Mhm.
in general.
Yes.
But like he just like keeps going. Yeah. Bianca will just go back to tinkering. Felt will kind of look to you, Vajra, and just like, you should this is someone they also come from Draconin, but like a totally different part. They're not from like the coast. They're from what do you say it was called again? And the tabaxi man kind of like sits up with just like a smile and it's like Ashaya. It's a part of Draconim that is outside of draconic jurisdiction. Right, yes, that's the one. Yes, dragons don't tend to like the extreme temperatures of the desert or the density of the jungle.
Interesting.
So they tend to steer away. The druids of the forests have taken over the jungle, and well, the king holds his place in Ashaya.
The king wasn't where Draconim had a king.
Like I said, it's like a entirely different nation, really. It just
Very interesting.
happens to be on a continent that is connected to it.
Quite. What was your name, by the way? I never caught it.
Yes, apologies. My name is Mist in the Morning, but you can call me Mist.
What's your name at night?
I'll fight
I
you.
hate
man.
you. I gave this character a cool name. That's what you have to say, motherfucker. I'll fight you.
A
That's
pleasure
his
to
arch
meet you.
nemesis. He doesn't talk about that person, okay?
Miss. That's his Dark Urge playthrough, okay?
This
I'm so sorry. It was the only thought I had.
Fog at Night.
Fog at Night. How dare you? How dare you? He's very sensitive about that, all right?
Yes,
Listen.
yes.
Um,
It's a pleasure to meet you, miss.
and a pleasure to meet you, Veldren. I've heard many good things about you from Anna. You
Oh,
care a lot about the people here. Oh, no, only good things. Truly.
Well, I do my
yeah.
best.
And you seem to be doing quite well. You've set up this network here. You've done a lot for these
With the
people.
help of Anna. With the help of
Oh,
Anna,
of course.
of course.
Yes, the two of you have done an incredible job. Certainly was not what I was expecting when I came here.
Well, certain people need a better welcome here in Gloria. I know it can be quite a culture shock for people from different nations.
The Shire
My
is the same
companion-
way. Very, very different from the rest of Draconum.
I might have to make a visit and see. I am going to be traveling soon. I am going to be fascinated to see what the world has to offer.
Yes, quite. Well, the Shire is a lovely place. Don't know if I will join you. I'm not sure when I'll be welcome back. A little bit of an awkward one.
Much more understood.
I didn't do
than-
anything illegal. Don't worry. I wasn't more of a shame on me than a crime, shall I say. I had responsibilities that I neglected. I enjoyed the company of wine and men a little too much. And neglected my responsibilities.
How old does Mist look?
Probably how long did Tabaxi live?
No, like the equivalent.
Yeah,
age.
Tabaxi equivalent probably like maybe like 30s, like early 30s, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a young man. He's like a well-spoken, like you can tell that he's like a well-spoken individual, but like you can tell that he was in when he talks about like enjoying the company of wine and men a little too much, you're like, you're living your teens into your 20s a bit. Got it. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Still partying a little later than you should be. Sort of vibes. But he holds himself quite well and seems to, yeah.
Responsibilities can always be earned back.
That is something that I would hope, but I believe my sister has taken over those roles now. So I would like to re-earn my place, but I don't think she'll be too keen to let go of those anytime soon.
Understood. Familial issues then, as well.
Again, my fault. She is a wonderful woman. Sun right through the canopy.
I wasn't saying otherwise. I understand. Siblings can be great people and wonderful individuals, but they do have a tendency to get under our skin sometimes.
I believe I was the one getting under the skin.
Understood.
Take responsibility. Truly, it is no fault of anyone but myself. Like I said, neglecting my responsibilities. And well, the king is a good man. That's why they brought him back. But well, he didn't take too kindly to that. Things need to get done.
So they had a re-election, and if they brought him back.
Oh, that is a long story. There's a long story,
Tell me
Belgium,
about
if you
that
are.
sometime.
I'd be glad to. Let's just say that the current ruler ruled before a long time ago. He's a good man.
Understood.
long,
That makes-
long ago. Well before me, shall we say.
There's two undying kings in this world.
Do you say that? Oh, do you, okay, I was gonna say, do you say that?
No, that's very much to himself.
Yes, like I said, a good man, but yes, he couldn't ignore my behavior any longer. So I was advised that I should find myself elsewhere before I return and redeem myself. So I am here trying to do good.
Of course. Well,
Mm.
the outsiders can be a good method of doing good in the world.
Of course.
And what about the rest of you?
Yeah, you turn to the other two figures, the
Mhm.
very tall, the tallest people at the table, the quite
Yeah.
literal elephants in the room that you have
That
not
even
addressed yet.
Veldren is having to look up to.
You're like,
It's like,
yeah, yeah. You turn to them. The Earth Ganassi will speak. It's like, my name is Onyx Fossilstone. It is good to meet you. I hail from Phelan of the Earth Tribe.
Phelan.
Yes.
Earth Tribe.
Very. You mentioned culture shock. It is certainly a difference here. I
I would think.
I was simply trying to do some spring cleaning and almost found myself in a Glorian prison almost immediately. Luckily, I was
Yes,
able to play the dumb tourist card, and it worked quite well. When you look at someone like myself, people tend to expect lack of intelligence, shall we say.
I would never think such a thing.
Well,
I'd
those
just
who
not
have a
equate
lack of
it to-
intelligence like to see a lack of intelligence in others.
You can say that again, brother.
Mm.
It doesn't say it like that. But... Phelan. Yes, I can imagine that Phelan would be the largest culture shock from here.
Yes, magic is an interweaving of our people and an interweaving of myself. But
Yes, I've
here,
noticed
even
that.
that is not allowed without a license, which is very strange. I don't
Yes.
like it.
Yes,
But
it
I am
is
adjusting.
something we're working to fixing. At least those of us here are working to fixing.
You seem to be
This
doing
is
great work here.
quite ridiculous. We try to help whoever we can.
Well, any assistance I can offer, I'm glad to give it.
Of course. I would love to talk to you about Phelan some more at some point.
Of course.
It is in a possible eventual destination for myself and a more immediate destination for a few of my friends that I have. They would also be new, so I would love if you could possibly write down some things that a newcomer should know about going to Phelan. I would love to pass that on to them.
Yes, I will. I will warn you that a lot of my experience is limited to my experience in the Earth Tribe.
Of course, but anything could help.
Yes, of course, absolutely. Yes, I will. I would be happy to talk more about that. You should also speak with my good associate here, Freya. And turns to the other figure. They are again this kind of androgynous figure. With kind of like almost like runic lines down their face, almost like painted into the skin. This kind of heavy set armor, lot of hair kind of tied back, these blue cyan just eyes, no irises. They look to you and go, "It is good to meet you, Veldren. I have more experience outside of the tribes itself, as I was never part of it. I have been around a while as well. I'm what do they call us there now? Eladrin. That's it. We
Yes.
those that are a little more native to the Feywild and its magics that came when the explosion happened.
You said earlier
Hmm.
that she had a bright pink swirl in her hair, right?
Her hair is entirely pink.
Her hair is entirely
The
pink.
person
Got
that
it.
had a bit of
I must yeah.
it was the artificer that had
Mhm.
in her space buns had a bit of pink.
Oh, I even have it written down on this bright pink hair.
No, you're so good.
Does this person have like any like? Can I make a check? Does this person have like any like thing familiar, like insignias on their person that might match
Sure.
my other two
Make
compatriots?
me investigation check then, yeah.
Oh, perfect. Investigation. Natural 20 for 27.
Natural 20. Very good. So looking at these, the only thing that seems similar. So the time you spent with Aridia and the time you spent with
Mhm.
Bishop.
Mhm.
You understand that Bishop probably used to be, obviously is related to Aridia, who seems to be Eladrin.
Yes.
Bishop seems to be something else now. Like
Yes. Yes.
like has changed a lot. You have no idea. Like again, like you look at Aridia and Bishop, and only in the way they speak to each other do you realize they're siblings. They don't really
Yes.
look alike anymore, especially with how much of Bishop is covered, all the like changes.
Mhm.
Like Bishop looks
Bishop
so
dying.
different.
Like
Bishop
yeah.
looks so different. You could not tell that Bishop was ever an Eladrin.
Yeah. I'm looking for more
Aridia, on the other
like
hand, is like has like the very pointed ears,
Mhm.
the hair, you know, everything else, the sort of elven, the kind of over exaggerated like elven features, that seem a little more. This person seems to take a step even further. They have almost like
Got it.
a kind of gray purple skin. The kind of again like the almost like tattoos that seem like set into the skin, like they're natural, not like
Mm.
put on. The eyes as well. Like Aridia has regular elven eyes, but this person literally has just two glowing orbs for eyes. Like that is like their eyes almost like glow. Their ears are like that extra level of pointed, like even longer than Aridia's one ear. You know, like yeah, they seem like the far end, like being you've like from your studies you've done of magic in Phelan, the magic seems to have affected people more than others. Sometimes that is due to how close their lineage was to the explosion when it happened, how much time they've spent in proximity to it, stuff like that. But like the pink hair, it's like, oh, that feels very similar to Aridia. Like it's a similar shade. It like there's something about it that feels almost like pink isn't normally a kind of natural hair color that comes up very often.
Yeah.
That's usually dyed. You can tell both with Aridia and with this person that it is natural, and there's almost something like special about it that's very different. But this person is like
Or they just dye
far
it
end
really
of the
well.
spectrum. Like this person's like far end of the spectrum, Eladrin, whereas Aridia's closer to tipping over that edge between elf and Eladrin. Yeah. So
Or they
very
just dye their
different.
hair. They dye their hair really well in the morning.
Don't ruin the surprise.
Are there anything on the clothing that might remind me, like any like insignia that might be similar to what Aridia might wear, or like anything like that, like
Not
anything that I've
really,
seen?
no. Not really, no. I
Got it.
believe Aridia, you wear leather armor, right? Correct? Or are you chain? I can't remember.
I have leather because
You have
I
leather,
don't
yeah.
wear anything metal. I do have a signet ring.
Yeah.
That
You
would
have your
have my
signet ring.
family
You look
symbol.
this person over. They don't have any signet rings or anything. They
Got
carry
it.
a big kind of great sword Their armor is very kind of it does feel like this armor does feel very like it's unlike armor you've seen before where it is metal, but there's just something about it that feels different. Like it
Alive?
is like it's enhanced. Like no, not alive,
Okay.
but enhanced and like stronger, but almost like magically stronger. Like just looking at it, there's almost like a radiance to it, like an aura almost. This person is aura farming. I'll say that. No, they're not. They're not aura farming. They just have aura that like comes off of them just from their presence. But yeah, they are definitely very, very, very Eladrin.
Well, a pleasure to meet you, Priya. I must ask, is pink hair common in the Feywild? I've met other people in the Feywield. Sorry, I've met other people from the Feywield with similar hair colors.
Oh well, in Phelan, yes, us Eladrin. Sometimes it is related to the seasons. It changes actually. My hair isn't always pink. Sometimes it changes color, just depending on the season, or sometimes even on what part of Phelan you're in. It really depends what court you are connected to.
Interesting. So the quote's also interesting.
Mm.
Yes, I would love to pick your brain about Phelan further sometime soon, as long as you're staying here for a little while.
I suppose so. I'm not really going anywhere anytime soon. I seem to run into a similar issue to Onyx here. It's difficult to exist as a person who is purely magic in a place that is very anti-magic. It's very strange. Your people, no offense, are very weird. They have it's extremely aggressive. Just simply existing is very hard here. Even not doing magic, there are just certain things you just do normally that you don't think about when you come from a place like Phelan, and that is considered magic, and they don't like that, and that feels weird. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I can understand. I don't like it quite much either. However,
I believe in the message of what you're doing so much, trying to fix that.
Of course,
so I want to help.
It's a shame. Magic is not an evil thing. It is a tool. It is something to be used, not abused. I don't think magic is just a tool. Of course, there is something living about it. That's why we must live in harmony with it, without stifling it,
Onyx,
but also
like
without letting it take you over.
Of course, yes, I very much agree. It is something that we in the tribes are very passionate about. The magics, the natural magic order is very important to us, and how it operates. It flows within all of us. They can deny it here, but denying magic is like denying oxygen.
I agree with you.
And you can try to snuff out people's belief in it, but that does not make it go away. It is still there in all things, all the time. We all carry mana within ourselves. Some more than others. Some will go their entire lifetime without it awakening. Others live it every single day. Some harness it for good, some harness it for evil. But you cannot lock something down simply because it has potential. Everything in life has potential. A blade can be used for good. It can be used to win a war. It can be used to cut food. It can be used to do many things, but it can also be used to maim and to murder and to do wrong. But they do not stop people from having blades here. It is the same.
Exactly.
But they do not see it as so.
I very much agree with you. And the types of magic actually don't differ too terribly much. It's different veins to tap into, yes, but they all come from the same thread.
Yes.
A counterspell, for example, is going to work just as well on a fireball as it would on a spell such as Call Lightning. They are magic is all related, so one type is not less dangerous than another one, like they seem to think with the divine magic, of course.
Baron like is basically like his eyes are kind of like go like just like doing that thing where they start pointing in different directions. He's like, I'm not even sure if you're speaking English anymore, man. That's crazy.
I'm
I
doing more than speaking
understood like
English.
half of that. You know? Magic's cool and all, but like I don't understand it super well. It's pretty fucking cool. Don't get me wrong. Magic and shit. It's like in the air, you know? But like
It is pretty cool.
it's pretty fucking cool. I want to learn it someday, but like, you know, I don't
I
know
could
if I
teach you
have
a little bit while you're here.
Oh, hell, like right now?
I could dive into a little bit of a lesson on some of the cantrips I know. And
Anna like looks at you like she's like, not here, please. It's like, yeah, I can like totally, yeah. So I want to do that like fireball thing, you know? That's fucking
well,
cool.
I can't teach you that.
Oh, man.
Having a spark of magic is not important to starting it, but it can be important to encouraging it to grow. I don't possess such a spark. I am limited into what I can cast and channel.
Mm.
I have no natural spark of magic to speak of.
Oh, I got spark. You should see me fight. I got a spark.
I really need to introduce you to Rella. I feel like you would get each
Will
other's
you keep
energy
mentioning
out.
this Rella person? She sounds pretty fucking cool. Or sorry, is specific? It's a she. I don't want to assume that makes an ass out of me.
What are Rella's pronouns again? I think I have them
She,
written down somewhere. I just have to go. Okay, she. Yes, she.
Oh, okay, cool. Just wanted to like make sure. I did that once,
I
but that was fucked up, and I don't want to do that. I might be fucking
could.
stupid, but I can understand that.
I could introduce you to her in the morning if you would like.
Oh hell yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
Of course. We'll go meet my friends in the morning, and you can tag along with us, and I can introduce you to Rella, and you shall have a grand time together.
Sounds good to me. Mist, you were wanting to sign up for that tourney too, right? Yes, I think there are a few of us here who might be interested in partaking. Will you be partaking as well, Veldren?
I will be. A group of me and mine need to acquire funds to be able to. We need quite a lot of funds. If any of you know any extra ways to make any extra gold pieces, we're trying to buy a ship to be able to leave sooner rather than later.
Well, there are some bounties out. I'm assuming you've seen the big one. That seems very concerning.
Which big one?
The one describing the person who killed those two nobles. That seems quite extreme.
I would not
An
believe
extreme
everything.
bounty. I mean, I've never seen a bounty like that ever. That seems. This place is extreme in many ways. And that is
And
too far.
I will tell you that not even most of the government here is that extreme. That should tell you all you need to know about that particular bounty. You should not believe everything you read that is put out by this government.
Yes, I understand a corrupt government when I see one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I must go.
Wherever that
rest.
person is,
rest.
whatever the truth may be, I hope they are all right. I'm sure they had their reasons for doing whatever they did. If they did it at all.
Quite. I must get going to sleep. I have a few thinking. It was nice to meet you all. Truly. Thank you.
It was great to meet you. Rest well.
I'll speak with many of you probably in the next few days.
All right. Yeah. And
And
you're
I
able
will.
to head off to rest.
Yeah, I will go rest. His mood
Okay.
definitely kind of shifting a little bit when the bounty was brought up.
Yeah. Yeah. Anna will probably kind of see you just to your room, probably just like walk you to your room. Like, Alfred told me about what's going on with your friend. We can help them. They're safe here, I promise. Okay?
I know. We just
I
need
know
to get
you
her
know
out.
that, but I want to make sure she knows that. These are good people.
I
You
don't
can
think
trust
Sybil
them.
will feel safe until she
I
is
know.
off this continent, unfortunately.
I'm just saying, if you need allies, they're good people.
I know. I can tell. They seem
Okay.
good, and they're not of here, so... The list grows. The list grows. I'm going to sleep on it. We'll do our lessons tomorrow. I meant to do some today, but I will. We'll do
You're a
some
busy
tomorrow.
man,
I
I
promise.
understand. You're a busy man. You have lots to do.
Yes, quite.
All right. Get some good sleep.
You as well. Good night, and I'll ruffle her hair a little bit. And...
She'll like knock your hand off, but there's a smirk. It's like, yeah. And yeah, you were able to rest.
I will go sleep.
I think everybody is resting. The only person that has not hit a bed yet, I believe, is Bishop. Bishop, are you doing anything before you go to sleep? Going back inside, or are you on a roof?
I think like after 10 minutes, Bishop sends a message to Astra.
What is the range on message?
It's
What's the exact wording of it? I believe you have to be able to see
150
a
feet.
person to do message.
You do not need to see them. You just need to
just point a finger.
Isn't there a thing about
towards a
going through 1 foot
In
of
their
concrete?
direction.
1 foot of
in the
stone,
direction.
metal, 1 foot of stone, metal, or wood, or a thin sheet of lead blocks the spell.
There is
3 feet.
definitely that much between you and Astra right now.
3 feet of wood? Really? Okay.
Yes. You're on the roof. This is a multi-story building. You are on the roof. I will say that. Yeah. Listen.
Okay. Then yeah, I would head
Sending
inside.
exists. I know you haven't got it yet, but
Yeah.
it's messages because message is a cantrip as well. Like this, it's only got a certain strength.
Yeah. And I would head inside and just like take up like a sentry position outside of Astra and Aridia's room, and then
Okay.
send a message being like, I came back inside and I don't need to sleep, but I will be standing guard outside if you need me. And I will.
Okay.
You kind of responded to this message.
Yeah.
Astra
you get that
won't
message.
reply.
Okay. Does anyone have anything else they want to do before they sleep?
Not this time.
In that case, you all get a long rest. As nothing happens in the night, you are safe, you're happy, mostly. But yeah, you get a good night's sleep and you get a long rest. And you lead until following day. You are all able to meet for breakfast. You do still see, kind of up bright and early, you do see the group of these mages you assume that belong to that Minerva seems to belong to. Kind of still they're kind of having breakfast and such and eating. There's a few other patrons around. Some people who have clearly not been to sleep yet. You see Rella stout, like next to a glass at a table, just snoring away. Like all the other tables were like clean. They've left her to her devices. They probably tried to move her on, but have been unsuccessful.
That's right.
But yeah, it's a bright and early morning. Veldren and Sybil, if you have anything you want to do, or if you want to head to meet with everyone else, you can do. Unless you had anything you wanted to do before you left the safe house.
No.
No? Okay. In that case, yeah, you guys are able to head up to the Tall Tankard. You meet with everyone. You guys can have breakfast and discuss plans for the day.
Astra's eyes probably look red and puffy.
I feel like we're close to the end of session, so we may want to discuss our plans next session, just so they're fresh on our mind and everything.
That's fair. Yeah, I was just thinking if you have like an initial like direction you might be going. But yeah, we can save that for next week if you'd like.
Yeah. Yes, I think that'd be for the best.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Give us some time.
You're all able to meet for breakfast and everything is perfectly fine. No crazy cliffhanger to leave you on. And then the mystical elite walk in, and that's where we're gonna leave. No, that doesn't happen. That does not happen. Does not happen. You're fine.
Time to hand over Astra. Or Aridia. No! Sybil! Fucking hell. I'm just gonna
Well, I guess you know the order bishop's getting rid of us. Damn.
Damn.
Right.
Damn. It's all right. But yeah, that is where we are going to leave tonight's session. Thank you everyone for watching. We really appreciate it. Thank you everyone who's been hanging out in chat. We love you all so much. We're gonna go through and do some outros. We're gonna start with Jay.
Howdy. I'm not giving the last one.
I got you. Don't worry.
It's a crime.
Yeah, I'm playing the rogue. What do you expect from me? I do crime.
That's homophobic.
My name is Jay. You can find me over at all of my socials on Sequo, Sequo. To where you can find me doing weird Dungeons and Dragons and ttrpg stuff. You can find me on here every Wednesday playing either everyone's favorite rogue, Veldren and Sybil, or the lovable little scamp that is why is my brain not working? Harlan McCown.
Harlan.
And then you can also find me here this next Monday on April the 14th, playing a brand new character as we start a brand new series, Stars in the Night. It is a Masks TTRPG campaign, which I'm very excited for. Masks is one of my absolute favorite TTRPGs to play. Come watch me and some wonderful, wonderful people. It is an absolutely incredible cast. Yeah. And that's all I'll say about that.
All right. I don't think Abigail is there. Abigail, are you there currently? I think Abigail is not there currently. So we're gonna go to Hans next.
Hi, hello, it's me. I'm Hans. You can find me across all social media at HansKate. On Wednesdays, you can find me alternating here with these amazing people. Opposite Wednesdays, you can find me over on New Age Geeks for Queer and Present Danger. We have this upcoming Saturday will be our finale for our emergent run over on Logomancy. I think we've raised a little over $700 for Trans Lifeline, which is super awesome. So stop on out, support us. We're gonna kill a giant bone-eating, spitting-out monster. It's great. It's gonna be so fun. That's run by the amazing Quinn. It'll be Saturday at 3 o'clock CST. And then April 26th at 2 p.m. Mountain Time will be our quarterly session of Candela Obscura. Our Circle of Wires and Whispers will be coming back out of retirement again over on the Pocket Dragon Pub, and that game will be run by the amazing Vixie Bell. Otherwise, hey, Crit Awards are open right now. They've been open since the 1st, and they'll close on the 30th. So you should make sure to get out there and nominate all of your amazing, phenomenal creators. There's so many categories this year. We added a couple new ones right at the very end as a bit of a surprise. Go out there and nominate people. I think we're right around 2,000 submissions already, which is
a lot.
Incredible when we have 50 categories on that sheet. So it's a lot of nominations, and it's amazing to see all the love and support that creators are getting right now. So make sure to pop out and do that. That's it. That's all I got. Okay, bye.
Hell yeah. Next we will go down to the wonderful Jet. It's you, bestie.
Yo, what up? I'm Jet or Cos Pingu on all socials. And yeah, you can find me here every other Wednesday playing your lovable Stargirl Astra. Exclusively here. Also my art commissions are still open. They're very open. They're still
Go commission
so
them.
open. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then last but certainly not least, we have the wonderful Tom, who is dying slightly right now.
Apologies, I was choking on my own spit.
Oh,
Don't die, you're too sexy.
Lies! Hi, I'm that one warlock. I make sass characters you've ever seen on the internet, and sometimes make them sweet, lovable beings that just love tarots and their friends and paying for their stuff. And paying for their stuff.
No.
But you can,
No.
but you can find me. You can find me here every Wednesday, either playing the Walmart brand Lana Bishop Dracoon, or you can find me next Wednesday playing as everyone's favorite werewolf dilf, Connor Hutchison, who's now going to court with all these people. We need a lawyer.
We have one. We have a very
Yep.
good lawyer.
Jay, let's go.
He's a very good lawyer.
It's a very good lawyer. And you can find me all across all the social medias at that one warlock, except for one, but you'll have to find that one yourself. And other than that, yeah, that's me. B, you're up, bestie.
Hello. Hi, everybody. It's me. I'm B. You can find me here every Wednesday. On Entertaining Wednesdays, you can find me DMing Tales of Agius, our wonderful fantasy campaign that you've been watching today. And then on the alternate Wednesday, you can find me playing in a new role list, where I play the wonderful Mila, aka Ajax, our wonderful, wonderful Echo Knight fighter. I love them so much. We had a really fun session last time, and it was very fun. I really liked it. It was really good. We're in the Feywild, and Fey shit's happening, and it's cool. You should come check it out. You can also find me here on the 14th, so very, very soon, starting very, very soon. I'm so excited for Stars in the Night. It is my dabble into GMing the Mask system. We are doing a Magical Girl campaign featuring the wonderful Sequo, and then a whole cast of other people that are new. So come check it out. It's going to be a limited series. It's going to be roughly 10 to 12 episodes, depending how things go. But it's going to be super, super fun, and I'm really excited. I'm nervous jamming in their system. But it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great time. It's mostly RP, which means I could just go, hey, everyone, here's a few things. Roleplay. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be very, very fun. But yeah, please come check that out. And then starting June 1st now, as it's moved back a little bit, we have another thing coming. So get excited for that. But we will be announcing that a little later than we were going to, because it's been slightly delayed. But that's absolutely fine. It happens. That's just life. But it will be coming June 1st. Get excited for that. Also, please go check out Era 313, which is our sci-fi podcast, which you can find primarily on Spotify. All 8 episodes of season 1 are out. Please go check that out and support that. And the fundraiser for season 2 has been 100% fulfilled now, so season 2 is happening. We are actively in development of it. It's very exciting. I am very excited to do more voice acting stuff. It's gonna be very, very fun. I believe that's everything. I will put the link in chat again. Please go support the Ko-fi for Misty Mountain Legends to support the wonderful Pinto Bean. The link is in chat again. Please go support them with their injuries. We want them to get well very, very soon. Medical bills are expensive. But yeah, I think that is everything from me. So I think that's everything from us. So thank you all so, so much for watching. and we will see you all next time. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
everyone.